Welcome to the Enlace Terminal, brought to you by Danny Tan. Our site located at Docklands Waterfront City, normally called as the Ghost Town. The site comes with a few unfavored conditions such as its insecurity issues and the lack of adequate public infrastructure. These key factors inspire my design visions, which are the canopy of public learning, academic corridor, interlacing and aggregations of program, and atrium courtyard. Our goal is to design the RMIT Media Precinct by creating a site which is porous to the general public, but also public linkage to the local communities, and also public institutions such as Docklands Urban Schools. Through the weekly explorations, I have selected 2 explorations that fit to my propositions to merge and combine into a hybrid typologies, which is rich and essential. For the facade and site condition, I look at palace being my typologies and fit with the dataset of world magnetic field that creates an unique suspended roof canopy structures. As the library atrium provide the generous space distributions and open learning environment, the clash of porous programs mean space and formal learning environment, while preserving the qualities of voids from the atrium and additions of protrude learning corridors. The space was being activated and creating a unique gesture of contrast between polite and chaos. The ideal institution's environment inherit the palace's own unique identity of being grand and welcoming, and library atrium being aggregated and interlaced, forming the collisions of porosity and programmatic void. The recipe of Enlace Terminal shows the extractions of essential ingredients for the experiment process. Step 1. Extract out the agenda of being majesty and royalty within the built form. Overhang room from the roof can be further developed using the new typology as exterior and room space. Step 2. Extract out the collisions of space and create the order of politeness within chaotic form using the chunk. Using the internal circulation as tools of connecting the chunks, then started exploring the possibilities to transform into an informal learning space. Then continuing with combining the atrium structures into palace chunk structure. Lastly, enforce the site boundary to fit its surrounding context, creating various entry approach inspired by train terminal typology. Explore the relationship of surrounding site boundaries forming civic ground for local community engagement. The plan color code the relationship of spatial distribution between each floor and transitions of public activities to the academic area, then transit to the upper private learning space. The sections show the gradient of public city from the ground floor, then transit to the upper level of private area, and from the academic learning then return to the community area. Also, the section shows the inspirations of one of my typology train terminal, consisting of various entry point and porosity of levels. Further enhance the public-owned institution idea, Almighty Future Learning Institution should be a 24 hours access campus. During the night time, the building shouldn't be just an empty shell filling with air, but transforming into a community grounds and linkage to the neighborhood. Instead of a frozen monument, events such as night market and community activities must be filled and turned into a movement of activating the space. As Jane Jacobs once said, the best security is just to have people on streets and people feel safe. This has inspired me to set my ambience of ideas into a night media market festival, and here is some of the views to show how it was conversed. Overhang spaces coexist with the exposed atrium and observing programmatic voids. Enlacement corridor connects the learning environment together. Private media nooks provide quiet and focused learning environment and overviewing the central atrium space. Corridors are no longer just the connection of space, but now transforming into an informal learning environment. Promoting the engagement learning between the inner rooms and the exposed learning. This inspired me to design the Enlace Terminal being an institution of innovative imaginations and impactful.